There's a big question around the outlook for the UK economy. We've had a dramatic bounce back from a steep recession, and the forecasts around what shape and timing and character that recovery will have changed dramatically almost month to month when new data comes out. So looking back at the lessons of history to try and see what a recovery may feel like, we can look at previous UK recessions, but we've never had one quite like this. We can also look back to the early 1990s, where in Sweden, a similar post-industrial advanced economy suffered a credit crunch. Or we can look back at early 1990s Japan, which had a very steep recession and then a lost decade. In Sweden, a period of deleveraging followed this credit crunch-inspired recession. We had job losses for almost 4 years and a long period of slow subpar growth, at the end of which Sweden had a massive boost to its competitiveness on the global stage, making it one of the most dynamic economies in Europe today. Japan, on the other hand, raised interest rates very early in the recovery. The regulators, the government, didn't recognize the problems in the banking sector, and they kept assets that were massively overvalued on their balance sheets, some of which are still there today. The end result was the economy tipped back into recession and is still suffering from a period of asset price deflation, with asset prices tumbling. What does the UK feel like? Well, more like Sweden than Japan. Regulators are aware of the errors of history. They're not going to raise interest rates early, and they are taking steps to deal with the banking sector. On the other hand, Sweden did suffer that long period of deleveraging, and for the UK economy to be competitive and to grow rapidly in the medium to longer term, they have to go through that shorter term period of slower growth. I think it's just being a question of conservative about our expectations, but still expecting continued growth.